Good morning. Just a little update. Got the radiator in, secured, sturdy, fan shrouds in. The battery box. I got a battery box out of a '69 Mustang, fit really good. Got the battery in there, lots of hood clearance, everything fits good. We got the starter solenoid. I've got the underhood wiring taken care of. From the coil, up from the distributor, and then back, way back here, we're into a heat wrap to keep everything safe going through the firewall. Into the ignition panel. So this is what I'm wiring today. And let me show you where we're going to put it. I think we're going to put it right here in the middle. There's this cover right here. I'll have the fuses. There's just 3 fuses. I'll have the fuses there, and we can pop that panel off to get to them. No big deal. I think that'll be the cleanest, neatest place instead of trying to put it in the center console. So that's what we're up to. We're wiring today. We're in the shop with the air on. It's summer. It's 100 degrees outside, so this is the pleasure of being in here. The little engine looks like it's supposed to be in here. It's getting there. Later on, I'll make a brace to go over the top to reconnect. Oh, and on our airflow situation, once we get it fired up, we're going to see how the temperature runs. But I did a little modification down here. I cut out holes in the air chamber, and that is a heater for the old battery system. And the whole bottom, all this airflow is a heat exchanger to warm up the batteries if you need it. So I'm going to get the air to flow through it so it'll cool in here. And when this cover goes on, it's totally blocked off to give it the Tesla look. Hopefully we won't have to drill holes in there. There's a possibility that we may have to take this brace off if we need even more airflow. Don't want to go there. I think it's going to cool just fine. See ya. Hey guys, it's Tesla story time with Papa Ross. Well, since last time, put the water reservoir in, made some brackets, trans cooler, trans lines, they're metal all the way to here. It's off to the side. From here to here is the maximum airflow with the fan blade. So it's to the side of that. This thing is drawing air awesome. We're going to have no problem with heating. I did cut the holes in these chambers. And boy, do we have a lot of airflow going through there. And this thing doesn't even get up to 150 degrees. So with the hood closed, even with the grill blocked off, we're going to be just fine. I'm so happy about that. So really, under the hood is, we're going to make a brace. That's about that. So there's the update. Cherry bomb, 12-inch cherry bomb for exhaust. We'll get to see what that sounds like. The fuel cell. Got all that dealt with. Here's what we got for a fuel system. Fuel cell strapped down. Gonna put a gauge on it. Got the sender hooked up. Lots of adapters. 1 3/4 to 1 1/4. Vent, breather, fuel pump. Check this out. Got to work on the latch. We gotta get the flashlight and show you what's really going on. Sorry about that. All right, we have a capless filler neck, and it just happened to fit right into this port. Really nice. Would you look at that? Isn't that cool? We'll figure out a way to... It used to be a magnet that held that closed. So we'll deal with that later. That's off a Ford with no gas cap. And I made it fit in there. Really nice. Lots of adapters, lots of work. Everything custom. You know the deal. I showed you the panel. But let's show you. Alright, here we go. Ready? These are all on. Look how smooth that is. Purring like a kitten. If that's going to be annoying enough sound for... It's only 3/4 away, it's not over the axle yet. Nice. It's alive! Alright. Alright, some complications. See this ugly brake line right in the middle here, everywhere? It went all the way across the firewall and down to the right front wheel. Well, as I was cutting the trans tunnel out, the cutter just jumped up a little bit and it nicked it and brake fluid starts leaking. It's like, oh no. So I was able to use the same line and just reroute it and just bubble flare, or it wasn't a bubble flare, a regular flare on the end, and I didn't know if it's going to get into being metric or whatever. It had metric ends on it, but I think it was still a 3/16 line. So that was a complication, but we got brakes again. Oh, okay, here's one. I fired it up, and the alternator wasn't spinning. I'm like, what? And it's a custom alternator made to work on just a few wires and everything, so I'm like, what is going on? And then I remembered, oh yeah, the water pump. I've got a big spacer. We got a lot of spacer on there to get that fan pulling air just right. And the bolts were a little too long, and they were pressing through the hub and hitting the water pump and froze it up. So we had to take the fan shroud back off. And boy, it's a beautiful fit with like a 1/2 inch all the way around, perfectly centered. So I had to take it off, pull the bolts out, and they had threads, and then it tapered to a point. So I ground the point off and put a flat washer on them. So, you know, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out. Cut the trans lines. I got one leaking on that end. I either need to reflare the end or something's got a little bit of a drip. I'll do that when I get the lift. So, let me show you. I didn't show you the airflow. I was really impressed with this. Come on. Look at that. That's some good airflow. Barrel around the fan, and then with the fan being close to the radiator, we're going to be okay. So what's next? I'm calling it the hardest part of the whole build. The rear end. Rear differential. Getting the rear brakes working. Getting the drive shaft hooked up. getting the wheels sitting where they're supposed to sit. If I use the Mustang rear end, they're 3 inches in on each side. And then we'd have to go from a 4-inch pattern, a 4-bolt pattern, 4 1/4 inch 4-bolt pattern. And nobody makes an adapter from a Ford to a Tesla. And I don't want to, have $1,000 in a special adapter. So we're going to make something, we're going to work it out. So that'll be a nice challenge. See ya.